Alright class, today we are going to talk about one of the most important parts of our Constitution, the Article 2, which is all about the Declaration of Principles and State Policies. Now, when we say principles and policies, we are talking about the core values, beliefs, and goals that the Philippine government is committed to. Think of this as the foundation, the guiding values for how our country is supposed to be governed. These aren't just fancy words. They reflect what kind of nation we want to build and what responsibilities both the government and the people have. Let's go section by section so we can really understand what it all means. About Section 1, the sovereignty of the people. The Philippines is a democratic and republican state. Sovereignty resides in the people and all government authority emanates from them. Now, what does that mean in simple terms? It means that we, the people, are the true source of power. The government doesn't exist to boss us around. It exists because we allow it to. In a democracy, leaders are not kings. They are public servants. We vote them into office, and we can also vote them out. So they work for us. That's the whole idea of sovereignty of the people. This is what separates democracy from dictatorship. It's not about one person holding all the power. It's about people participating in their own governance through elections, through civic engagement, through holding leaders accountable. Let's proceed to Section 2 of the Article 2, Peace and International Law. The Philippines renounces war as an instrument of national policy. This simply means that the Philippines chooses peace over violence. We are not a country that wants to go around declaring wars. Instead, we prefer peaceful solutions, negotiations, cooperation, and working with the global community. And very importantly, the Philippines recognizes international law. That means we honor agreements with other nations and we play fair on the world stage. This promotes harmony, both internally and globally. And it shows that we want to be a peaceful and responsible member of the international community. Okay, let's proceed to Section 3 of the Article 2. Civilian authority is supreme over the military. This might sound obvious, but it's extremely important. In some countries, the military controls everything, even the government. That's not how it works here in the Philippines, right? In the Philippines, even though the military is powerful, it must always obey civilian leaders, meaning our elected leaders. Yes, the president, the Congress, and the courts. They make the decisions, and the military follows. Why? Because this prevents abuse of power. It avoids military dictatorship. Civilian supremacy ensures that we stay democratic and the people's prevails. Now let's proceed to Article 2, Sections 4 and 5, Duty of the Government and the Citizens. These sections remind us of the responsibilities on both sides. The Constitution says that the prime duty of the government is to serve and protect the people. That's number one. But it also says that we, as citizens, have a duty to defend the country when needed. This includes times of war or crisis. Also, it highlights how peace and order, prosperity, and the common good are essential for enjoying the blessings of the democracy. In other words, democracy doesn't work without peace. It doesn't work if people are unsafe or hungry or ignored. The government's job is to make sure everyone can live with dignity. Now let's proceed to Article 2, Section 6. We're already on Section 6. Separation of church and state. This section draws a clear line. The government should not interfere in religion, and religious groups should not control government policies. This separation is important for two reasons. First, it protects freedom of religion. People are free to believe or not believe in any faith. Second, it protects equality. No religion gets special treatment from the government. All are equal under the law. This helps prevent discrimination and ensure fairness of all citizens regardless of the faith. Now, yes, we are in Article 2, Sections 7 to 8. Because both 7 to 8 are talking about foreign policy and nuclear freedom. The Constitution says our foreign policy should be independent, which means we act in the best interests of Filipinos first. We don't just follow powerful countries blindly. We prioritize what's good for our people. Also, the Philippines declares itself a nuclear-free zone. That means we don't allow nuclear weapons on our land. It's a strong stand for peace and safety. We want to avoid the dangers of nuclear war or environmental destruction that comes with nuclear technology used in weapons. Okay, we're now in Article 2, Sections 9 to 11, since 9, 10, and 11 talks about social justice and human rights. Now we get to some of the most meaningful sections, those about social justice and human rights. The Constitution says we must promote a just and dynamic social order. That means fighting poverty, giving people equal opportunities, and ensuring fairness across society. It also strongly affirms the dignity of every human being and guarantees human rights. These are not just legal rights, but also moral principles. Freedom from abuse, the right to education, safety, due process, and freedom of expression. It's a reminder that the government must protect not just the majority, but every single person. Article 2, Sections 12 to 14. The family, youth, and women. Here, the Constitution gets personal. It declares that the family is the foundation of the nation. The government must protect and strengthen the family unit emotionally, socially, and economically. Then, it acknowledges the role of the youth in nation building. Young people aren't just the future. They are part of the present too. That's why education and leadership development are key. And finally, the Constitution ensures the equality of men and women before the law. That means equal pay, equal opportunity, and protection from discrimination. Okay, for the Article 2, Sections 15 to 17, this talks about health, ecology, and education. The government must also protect our right to health. That includes access to medical services and promoting health awareness. That's a free access to medical services. It also must protect the environment, our land, air, water, forest, and even the natural resources. That's crucial for long-term survival and sustainability. And finally, the Constitution emphasizes the importance of education, science, arts, and culture. These are building blocks for national development. Without them, we can't move forward as a society. Now, before I end my discussion and pass it to the next reporter, I would be leaving a statement. Always remember that the Constitution is not just a document. It is a promise to every Filipino.